This story is called Measurement. It's by Penny Dowdy. This is a nonfiction book. So let's look at the heading. It says, Measure me. My doctor measures my height. I can find the length of my foot. I can see the width of my hand. My teacher can measure how far I run. There are many ways to measure me. Ways to measure. You can measure with numbers. You can also measure by showing people or things together. There are silly ways to measure too. You can measure with shoes. You can put shoes end to end, and you can see how many shoes long you are. Measuring tools. You can measure with tools. A ruler measures by inches and feet. A meter stick measures by meters. A centimeter ruler measures by centimeters. Meter sticks and centimeter rulers are called metric tools. Yardsticks are longer than rulers. I can measure my bed with a yardstick. Tape measures are even longer. I can measure a room with a tape measure. What is mass? Sometimes I want to know if something is heavy. Something heavy has more mass than something light. Look at the butter and the refrigerator on the next page. You know which is heavier. The refrigerator is heavier. It has more mass. Tools for mass. A tool called a scale measures mass. When I stand on a scale, it shows a number. That number is my mass. A balance also measures mass. A balance is like a seesaw. One side holds weights, the other side holds the thing to weigh. I add weights to the balance. Once the two sides are even, I know the mass. What is capacity? The kitchen is filled with measuring tools. A cup holds things like water or milk. It holds a certain amount. The amount something holds is its capacity. Imagine two friends each getting a glass of juice. The glass that holds more juice has more capacity. Jars and glasses are not always the same size. They are not always the same shape. Compare these bottles. Which bottle has more capacity? Measuring capacity. One way to measure capacity is using measuring cups. There are lines on the side of a measuring cup to show the amount inside the cup. There are other tools for measuring capacity too. People in the United States measure capacity using tools such as teaspoons, cups, and gallons. You might have some of those in your kitchen. In other parts of the world, people measure capacity using metric tools. I can measure. I can measure and you can too. What tools show how long or tall something is? What do you have to measure mass at home? How do you find out how much you weigh? What do you have to measure capacity at home? When do you need to measure capacity? Here's our glossary. Next week, we're going to learn a lot about measurement. Hope this book helps you learn a little bit about measurement.